Good morning students, welcome to our third revision session. And you are very clever. Now you know that in third revision session which chapter we are going to revise. In our third and in our fourth revision session we are going to take our chapter number 10, that is light, reflection and refraction, right? Okay, first I am writing the points which points we are going to discuss in our revision session 3 and rest of all we will discuss in our revision session 4. So in revision session 3 we will discuss about what is called light. Also here we will discuss about reflection of light. In reflection of light, we will discuss about its definition. Also, we will discuss its types and we will also discuss about law of reflection. After that, we will discuss about reflection is done by mirror, right? So, reflection by plane mirror and reflection by spherical mirror we will discuss. In spherical mirror we will have two types of mirror, that will be concave mirror and convex mirror, right? So we will discuss some of the terms which is related to concave mirror and convex mirror. As after discussion of mirror, then we will understand about the fundamental ray diagram for reflection, and from this fundamental ray diagrams and the properties of mirror we will understand about image formation by spherical mirror. After image formation by spherical mirror, we will also discuss about Cartesian sign convention, mirror formula and magnification. Right, so these all topics we are going to revise in our revision session 3, and rest that will be the portion of refraction that we will discuss in our revision session 4. So now let's start our revision of third session. In that we will discuss what is light and the terms which is related to reflection of light. Again here this is our revision session. Already we have discussed the chapter in detail in our regular video sessions, right? So here we will only discuss some of the points. So if we first talk about light, so what is light? We know that light is EM waves, means it's electromagnetic waves. As it is electromagnetic waves, it is also non-mechanical waves. Non-mechanical waves means which do not require medium to propagate. So that is considered as non-mechanical waves. Due to this light only, we will have sensation in our eyes, and whatever is visible to us, that all is due to reflection of light. Now let us understand that how we can see the object, or what is called reflection of light, right? So as we understood about some of the terms related to light, now let's go on the another topic, that is reflection of light. So what happened in reflection of light? So in reflection of light, reflection of light. Now first of all, what is called reflection of light? We know that the light ray, suppose this is a smooth surface, what is called reflection of light? For any of smooth surface, if light ray is incident, when any of light ray incident on surface, three type of phenomena can take place. It can be absorbed, it will pass through it, or it will get bounced back. So when a light ray, it strikes to the smooth surface and it will get bounced back. So this phenomena of bouncing back of light, right? So in short we can say that this is the phenomena of bouncing back of light. But here you can see that bouncing back of light, it is in same medium. So bouncing back of light in same medium, that is called reflection of light, right? So as we have understood that in the definition topic. Okay, after that we know that types of reflection. Now what will be there in types of refraction? We have understood this type of refraction in our regular sessions also. Here we are just going to revise it, that what will come in types of refraction. There will be two types of refraction. First, reflection, that is regular reflection and irregular reflection. Now, what is called regular reflection and what is called irregular reflection? It's very easy. If you have a smooth and shiny surface, on a smooth and shiny surface, when a parallel light beams are incident, and if it reflects back or if it bounces back parallelly, so this is called, here the parallel light rays, here you can see the incident are parallel light rays and it reflects back also parallelly. So this type of reflection is called regular type of reflection. Okay, now what happens in irregular reflection? If you don't have a smooth surface, right, it's a hard surface, and if on this hard surface, if you incident parallel beam of light, after striking to the surface, it will not move parallelly, right? Here you can say that it is not parallel, right? So the incident ray is parallel, and after getting bouncing back to the surface, if it is not parallel, so this type of reflection is called irregular reflection. So we have also understood about the types of reflection. After that we will understood about law of reflection, and it's also very easy and important. We have already discussed it in a regular session, but then also law of reflection. What we will consider in law of reflection, right? Okay, now let's see. Get back to here. Here, this angle means the angle between, this is our normal, this is our incident ray, and this is our reflected ray. Okay, as we all know this. Now, the angle between incident ray and normal drawn to the surface, this is called theta I, means angle of incident. Okay, the angle between normal drawn to the surface and reflected ray, this is called theta R, means angle of reflection. Theta R, this is our angle of reflection, and theta I, that is our angle of incidence. The first law of refraction, that is theta I is equal to theta R, means angle of incident is always equal to angle of reflection. Again, angle of incidence, this angle will be always equal to angle of reflection. So it's simple. If the angle it makes, if the incident ray it makes the angle of 30 with the normal, so it will bounce back with 30 angle of refracted angle from the normal, right? So if we can say like this, that if this angle is 30, our incident ray, this angle is 30, so it will bounce back in such a way that the reflected angle it also becomes 30, right? So this is our first law of reflection. In second law of reflection, what we can say here, incident ray, normal drawn to the surface, and reflected ray, that three lies in a same plane, right? As you have observed that suppose if we take this plane, right, this is the plane, if I incident a light ray in this plane, right, so the normal we can draw also, that will be in that plane and it will reflect back. So see, all this incident ray, normal drawn to the surface, and the reflected ray, they all are in same plane. So here we can say that incident ray, normal drawn to the surface, and reflected ray, these three are always in same plane, right? So this way we have completed our law of reflection. Okay, now when we can see the object, we know very well that suppose if here we are having an object, from the source light will incident on the object, it will bounce back, and when that light ray after bouncing back it enters into our eye, so by this phenomena we are able source, right? So from any of source of light ray incident on object, it will reflect back, and when it will enter into our eyes will have the sensation, by that we are able to see this object, right? So this is the concept of light, why reflection is necessary in reflection, what is called reflection, bouncing back of light in the same medium, that is called reflection, type of reflection, regular reflection and irregular reflection, and laws of reflection. In that, angle of incident will be equal to angle of reflection, and incident ray, normal drawn to the surface, and reflected ray lies in a same plane. Understanding reflection, we know that reflection is done by different type of mirror. We have also explained it in our regular sessions. In mirror we will have two type of mirror, plane mirror and spherical mirror. Plane mirror means if the shining surface it is plane, it is not curved, right? So this is considered as plane mirror. In spherical mirror, the mirror which is formed by sphere, right? So that is spherical mirror. If I cut a hollow sphere like this, right? So here this part or this part both can behave as a mirror. Now according to this, if I am taking this part and if we make its outer surface black, it means if this inner surface is shiny. So if the inner surface is shiny of any of spherical mirror, that is called concave mirror. Now sometimes students are getting confused, so I will give you one technique, according to that you can understand. Similarly, this way we can also understand. If I rotate it like this, and if the inner surface is black and this is the outer surface, and if the outer surface is shiny of the mirror, right? In concave it's curved from inward and its inner surface is shiny, and here it is curved from outward, right, and its outer surface is shiny, so that is called convex mirror. Now how you can know that what is concave and what is convex? It's very easy. Cave, you know cave, right? You can go inside the cave. So here it is also creating like a door, right? You can go inside. So if the inside surface is shiny, so that is concave, and the other one is convex mirror, right? So this way, in mirror, plane mirror and spherical mirror, we know that the properties are different of plane mirror and spherical mirror. In plane mirror, we have understood it. I am not describing it again. You can go throughout the video and you can understand. But I am just giving you the concept that suppose here my object AB is right. So incident ray, according to our law of refraction, it will bounce back in a same direction. If we talk the another ray like this incident ray, it will bounce back by making similar angle. Right? If we extend this ray in backward direction and here also this ray in backward direction, so here we will get an image +91140. Right? So here A dash B dash we will get. So simple. If this distance is U, so and this distance is V, so the mirror, if it is a plane mirror, so what will be property of it? U will be always equal to V. The object distance from the mirror and the image which we are seeing in mirror, that will be at same distance. Height, suppose here the height of object is h and height of image is h dash, so both will be also on same height, right? And the image will be erect and virtual. Now from this we can go to the another point, that what is called real image and what is called virtual image. Real image can be obtained on screen, while virtual image cannot be obtained on screen. Right? Also we have discussed many of points of real image and virtual image, but here we are taking only the 2 points. In real image we can say the projector screen or the cinema screen, that is the example of real image, and the image which is formed by plane mirror, so that is considered as virtual image. Right? We have discussed this in our regular sessions. You can go throughout the video and you can revise it, but here just for the little bit of concept we have taken this, that the real image and virtual image. Now after discussing about the plane mirror and its property, here only we have taken the sum of its point, right? Now we will go on spherical mirror, right? And some of the terms related to spherical mirror. Okay, if we talk about spherical mirror, so as we discussed that it will be of concave also and convex also. So according to that concave and convex, we have to understand some of the terms which is related. So suppose we will take first that it is center of curvature. Now what is called center of curvature? I am trying to explain you here. If we think that we will have a sphere like this, and if from this sphere, if I am preparing the mirror, right? So, okay, if we think about this type of hollow sphere, and if suppose like this, we are preparing a sphere, we will understand some of the terms with the help of concave mirror. So I will make its outer surface black, so its inner surface will be shiny. Now see, I have cut apart from this. Right? So first our definition is center of curvature. Now this is our curved surface. We have prepared our mirror. This mirror we have prepared from a hollow sphere, right? So the center of that hollow sphere from which our mirror is formed. Again, the center of the hollow sphere from which our mirror is formed, that is called center of curvature. It's very easy. Okay, let's take another one, that is pole. Now what is called pole? Okay, before that, center of curvature, we will note it as, see, I am not writing the definition, I am just explaining. You can go throughout the videos which is provided to you in detail, you will see that. Center of curvature means the center of a hollow sphere from which our mirror is formed. So that is our center of curvature. Now we don't require it, so we will not do it. Now second is pole. Now what is called pole? Pole is, this is this curved surface, right? And the center of the curved surface, that is called pole, and it is noted as P. So this is pole P. Okay. Another one, that is radius of curvature. Now, radius of curvature is noted as capital R. Now, what is called radius of curvature? Simple. Center of curvature means a center from which our mirror is formed. So, radius of curvature means radius of a hollow sphere, right? If we consider it as a hollow sphere like this, so it's a radius of a hollow sphere from which we have formed our mirror, right? So this way we can consider it as a radius of a hollow sphere from which we have formed our mirror. Also you can say that if this is C, according to center of curvature, this is C and this is P. So distance between C and P is also called radius of curvature R, right? So this way, this will be our radius of curvature. After understanding radius of curvature, we must know that what is called before focal, we will understand principal axis. Now, what is called principal axis? Principal axis is an imaginary line which is passing from P and C. An imaginary line passing from pole P and center of curvature C, that is called principal axis. After that we will have focus point, or you can also call it as focal point. Now what is called focal point? Simple. If the light ray is coming from infinite distance, it bounces back, right? Coming from infinite distance, it bounces back and it reflects, and at a point where it intersects, that is called focal point or focus point, capital F. It is also called principal focal or principal focus, right? It is noted as F. From infinite distance, if the parallel light rays come and it reflects back at the point on principal axis where they will intersect, that is called our focal point or principal focus or principal focal, right? You can go throughout the videos in that it is described it in detail, you can understand that. Okay, after understanding this, now we will have what is called focal length. Now what is focal length? Simple. Focal length is noted as non-capital F. Distance between principal focus and pole P. So distance between principal focus F and pole P, that is called focal length F, right? So this way we will get focal length, radius of curvature, center of curvature, principal focus, principal axis and pole P. Now the another is aperture. Now what is called aperture? See, this if we take a mirror like this M and M dash. So distance between this M and M dash is called the aperture of the mirror. So these are some terms which is necessary to understand. Again, center of curvature means the center from which our spherical mirror is formed. The center of hollow sphere from which our spherical mirror is formed. Pole means center of the reflecting surface of our spherical mirror. After that, radius of curvature, distance between center of curvature and pole P, or the radius of the hollow sphere from which our spherical mirror is formed. Principal axis, an imaginary line which is passing from C and P, that is called principal axis. Focal point, principal focus or focus point. So in that, from infinite distance, the light rays, it will bounce back to the spherical mirror and it will get converged at a point on principal axis. That point is called our principal focus. The distance between principal focus and pole P, that is called our focal length F. And in aperture, the distance between that mirror M and M dash, the diameter of that, it is considered as aperture. So we have understood terms which is related to spherical mirror. You can also think this for this we have taken for concave mirror. You can also understood this for convex mirror. In the videos which is provided to you earlier, in that it is given in detail. This is just a revision session, so we are doing it in a form of revision. Now that's the fundamental ray diagram which we have discussed in detail in our regular videos. In the revision, we will just recap it. In first ray diagram, we have understood that if the light ray is parallel to our principal axis, it will always pass from F, right? So the light ray passing parallel to principal axis will reflect back. It will reflect back by passing from F. Second, the light ray which passes from F, it will always reflect back in such a way that it will become parallel to our principal axis. So this is our second ray diagram, in which the light ray passing from F will be parallel to principal axis. In the third ray diagram, which we have understood, according to that, what we can say? In third ray diagram, if the incident ray, it passes from center of curvature C, so it will reflect back in the same path. And the fourth one, suppose if any of incident ray, it makes the angle like this, if it makes an angle θ1, so it will always reflect back in such a way that this angle θ2. So always it will follow θ1 equal to θ2. By understanding this four ray diagram, we will form different type of images. In that we will understand different cases, that when object is placed, how we will get the image and where we will get the image. So the first one, parallel to principal axis passing from F. Second, passing from F parallel to principal axis. Third, passing from C, it will return back from C. And fourth, as it makes any of angle, so it will reflect back by following the law of reflection. In this topic of image formation, we will only discuss about the two images, right? But it is not that, it doesn't mean that in exam only these two images will be there. But already we have discussed that in our regular sessions, and the videos are also with you, so you can go through it. For the revision session, we will take only two examples of image formation. First, in the case if the object is placed beyond C. Okay. Now, if the object is placed beyond C, if I take this as an object, our object AB, how we can form the image? We know that for that we can use, out of that four ray diagram, we can use any two. And by using that two ray diagrams, at a point, if they will intersect, so at that point we will consider it as our point of image. Now let's suppose the first ray diagram, if I use, according to first ray diagram, what we can say? According to first ray diagram, A, the light ray, which is parallel to principal axis, it will always pass from F. So according to that, the light ray passing parallel to principal axis will pass from F. Second, you can use second ray diagram, also you can use third also, means passing from C, returning from C, you can use that also, right? Here I will use the second ray diagram, that if the light ray, it passes from F, it will be parallel. So here it intersects, so here we will get our image A dash, so similarly B dash, right? So between this point A dash and B dash, our whole of the image is formed. So our image, where is our image? It is between C and F. And what is nature? So here you can say that our image is small, means also you can write it as diminished. It is, how it is, real or virtual. So we can obtain this on screen, so that will be real, and real images are always inverted, right? So this we have taken as one case. Rest of all you can go throughout the video and you can understand it in detail. But here I have just explained and I have just given a revision of how we can form image. Now let's take another example. In that case I am taking our object between C and F. Now let's see what happens. Similarly, here I will take first our ray diagram 1. According to ray diagram 1, the light ray which is parallel to principal axis will always pass from F. And the second one, or you can use the third one also, but or fourth one, but here we are using second. It will be easy. The light ray passing from F is always parallel to principal axis. Now, okay, so here at this point of intersect we will get A dash, and here we will get our point B dash, right? So between this A dash and B dash, our whole image will be formed at the points of intersect. So where we are getting our image? We are getting our image beyond center of curvature C. And how it is in nature? So you can see that it is big. So it is enlarged, it is real, and as it is real, so it will be also inverted, right? Different 6 this type of image formations are given. Different 6 cases are given for concave mirror, and 2 is given for convex mirror, right? So we can go throughout the video and you can understand it, that how image will be formed. As you will practice it more, then and then it will be used to you, right? So this way our image formation by spherical mirror, here I have taken by concave mirror. In that 6 cases are there, I have taken only 2 cases, rest of 4 you can go throughout the videos and you can understand. And the 2 cases of convex mirror also, that is for your self-learning. After this we will discuss about sign convention, right? That is also called Cartesian sign convention. According to Cartesian sign convention, this is very useful to us for calculating sums, right? So all of the distance are taken with reference of pole P. The distance which is at minus x-axis is taken negative. So this side of distance are taken negative. The distance which is in direction of positive x-axis is taken positive, means in this direction it will be positive. In positive y direction means in upward direction, that is positive only one s will be there in positive, POSITIVE. And if the distance is in negative y-axis direction, right, means in downward direction, so that will be negative. So this way we can understand Cartesian sign convention. After Cartesian sign convention, we will have a concept of mirror formula, right? Now, what is called mirror formula? In mirror formula, we will understand that the equation which gives us relation of u, v and f. U means object distance, v that is our image distance, and f that is our focal length. So the equation which gives us relation between u, v and f, that is called mirror formula, and we know mirror formula will be 1 upon u plus 1 upon v equal to 1 upon f. More detail is given in our previous video, you can go through it and you can understand. And at last we will have the concept of magnification. If we want to describe magnification, how we can say? We can say that m is equal to h dash upon h or h prime upon h, where h stands for height of image and h is our height of object. Means ratio of height of image to height of object is called magnification. It is also written as minus V by U. Here we have to just accept it, right? We are not going to prove it. More detail about magnification is also provided you in the previous video, so you can go through it and you can understand. In next session we will also discuss about how magnification, at last we will discuss that magnification in mirror and magnification in lens, how it is different, and we will also understand the table of it. You can go throughout the table also, right? So this